Today is a January transfer special, an FA Cup special, and an all-round bonanza. I brought you back on the 1st of Jan because straight away, I think this will be a bit of a wild window. A bit more wild than I thought it might be. So let's get right into it, show you what's happened on the first day of January, and then we'll get into some transfers, get into the Brentford game, and see where this takes us. Yes guys, what is going on there? Kempy here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Wrexham Let's Play on this fantastic Sunday. I hope you're having a very good day. I hope you had a great weekend. And if you're watching this on a different day, have a good day. Anyway, why not? Anyway, today is Football Manager. And today, I bring you guys back on January the 1st, a week earlier than I expected to. You still only see the one game this episode. It will still be just one game against Brentford. And then if we get through to the 4th round of the FA Cup, and if it's in January, I'll show you that as well. But that's in the future. Right now, it's transfers. And we've had two offers straight away on the 1st of January for two players which are almost rotation options for us now. And I'm not against selling them, which is weird because at the start of the season, I wouldn't have said that at all. But given the value we're managing to find in the market, given the way we're moving in the market as well, and how this season is currently set out to play, I think we can afford to let go of some players if there's going to be big money coming our way. Now, this offer from here, Sherrill, will probably have to about double to 8 or 9 million, top end of that transfer value. But this offer for Dylan Stevenson, I really like, and I've not touched this at all. This is the first offer from Leeds, and I don't want to push it too much. I think that's a really, really good offer. It's offered at £8.5 million, 30% on the next sale. And Dylan Stevenson is a backup to Abdul Salam now. £16,000 a week. I think this is a no-brainer and it's an accept. I think we can find someone of similar quality for cheap. That just seems like a really, really good deal. And Mahir Sherrill is someone I do really like. He's not progressed as well as I hoped he would. And if I can just almost double these two, I'm happy to have money coming in, on instalments. Maybe not that much. Maybe we can bring this up to sort of 6.5. I know it's a little bit less money than what it is, but bring this down to maybe $1 million. Get rid of that and give him that. They've rejected that. Okay, that's interesting. And Mahir Sherrill has obviously come straight to us and asked about why we've rejected it. The finances in the deal weren't right, mate. The proposal, 10 million is all I want. And he's going to be obviously happy with that. I'm going to offer him out for that 10 million and actually just see if anyone bites. I'm going to transfer list him as well and just see if we can get that in. Araya has won top player of the month. 6 games, 6 goals, 4 assists. Reece Williams in second. Araya named young player. I'll congratulate him on both of them as well. And obviously we have managed to win Manager of the Month as well. A 71% win ratio with just a draw somewhere in there. There was 7 matches, 5 wins in a row at the end, which is good to see. Alan, please, by... Who's Alan? Oh, the director of football, F. I was going to say, where's Rob McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds? But no, he's just a director of football. But yeah, I think we could be about to bring in sort of 10, 15 million pounds. Paulson is still on his way out, and that's £17,000 a week on the wages as well. So it could be a case where we're going to have a very, very interesting bit of money here, where 10, 15 million, I could just bring in young players and make them the backups this season, and next year they could be real contenders for the first team. We're in a position, a very good position in the league where we can experiment. We're not in a position where we know are really struggling points. We're doing very well. And off from Brighton of £3 million. I mean, they know that's not good enough. I'm sort of almost just wanting to sell him now. 8.5 million, 30%. I mean, Brighton, come on, sunshine. You have to be better than that. I'd take 7.5 million from anyone at this point. 30% of that. No, reject. But we'll see if we can get rid of Mahir Sherrill for that sort of money. We'll see if we can get rid of Marco Feldman as well. We brought in not too long ago. He's only got a value of 4.9 to 6 million. I don't think he's ever going to reach potential where he could actually play for us. He's got some decent stats. He's 18 years of age. But if I can get anywhere near £5 million for him, he'll be gone out of the door. So I'm going to transfer list him as well. And just try and bring some money in and have a good January. I don't want to waffle too much. This could end up being a long episode. So let's cut it here. I'll show you guys the goals from this Cardiff game. And then we'll move into more transfers. Just a very quick interruption from myself. It's just a quick reminder to subscribe to the channel. Drop a like on this video. And also get them bell notifications on. It helps me out massively. It helps you massively as well. So you don't miss any future videos on the channel. Carry on enjoying the video. Well, a very convincing 2-0 win against Cardiff there. Not really many issues in that one. I've gone away, I've come back, and there's 2 deals on my table. Fulham and Brighton, both with £8 million offers Mahir Sharur. I'm accepting them. £8 million for him, I think, is a very good deal. Let's just quickly through and do all this. Who are we talking about here? Is there a position I'd like to improve in? I guess now at CDM would be quite a good one to go through as a backup to Tom Jones. But yeah, if we're looking at Mahir Sharur, we brought the man in for £2 million, I think it was? £1 million. And for 2 seasons, he's been very, very good. Played over 50 games for the club. He's done a very good job, but he's not quite progressed in the way I would have hoped he had. But, no slot on him whatsoever. I'm a big fan of Mahir, but he can now move on to Fulham and Brighton, and we can get £8 million in the back pocket, which gives us lots of money to play with, especially with Dylan Stevenson leaving for £8 million as well. That's £16 million. That's 16k from Dylan Stevenson, 7k from Mahir Sharur, and £17,000 on Yusuf Poulsen as well. So a lot of money being freed up in the wage budget, a lot in the transfer budget as well. So I'm just going to keep going ahead until them deals all go through and see if any more deals are going to arise. Other than that, let's play this Brentford game, but I imagine you will see me before then. Well, I think almost a big sign of progression for the club. Dylan Stevenson is leaving to join Leeds for £8.25 million. We've also got a 30% percentage of next sell-on clause as well. He gets 20% of that. That's fine. We've just made some very good money. Dylan Stevenson was a free contract released from Newcastle. He was here for 2 years last season, a 7.2. This season, a 7.43. Very good. But Emmanuel Abdul-Salam has taken that left wing spot by absolute storm, and I love this guy. He's 20 years of age, and he is the future of our left wing, not Dylan Stevenson. And for that sort of money, we can't have a backup on the bench. He was on £16,000 a week as well. He's just got an upgrade to 31.5, so I'm sure he is a happy boy, and it gives us a bit of money to play with. In terms of money, we've now got 5.5 million, 12k on the wage budget. In terms of the ins, we're looking at Benjamin Faulkner, £1.5 million. I think this guy's a bit more of a money maker. 500k up front, £1 million over the next 3 years. I think this is the guy that us and Spurs went for, I think last year, maybe the season before. He obviously failed a work permit back then. He still can't get a work permit. So I've offered for him. I'll get him. I'm sending him back on loan out to Sandford. And hopefully he can just progress nicely. And eventually maybe one day we'll sell him for 5, 10, 15 million. That is the plan for Benjamin. But now we've got this sort of money, we can look at other players as well. Another player that I brought in on trial is this guy Felipe. Now I do like the look of him. He also just looks a bit one-dimensional, pacey and can finish. Now don't get me wrong, that's not bad, but he's just been released from Gramao, playing 20 games, only scoring 4 goals. So he's not set the world alight over there. He'd been released, so I think he's just in, and I might get him in just to be the backup for the rest of this year, so that we can then see next year if we need to progress past Jose Araya. I know that's wild, he probably won't, it'll be a backup to him, but someone that can beat with him maybe. I don't think Felipe can, but maybe for 6 months and then we sell him in summer. Could be a decent bit of business. I'm still on the lookout, obviously. I've now got some scouts set out to look for left wingers to be backups to Abdul Salam and strikers to be backups. So we'll see what comes through of this. And obviously now we've got a bit of money we can actually play with. We can talk to people with 6 months left on their contract and try and bring them in as well. It's just a couple of days till Brentford, so I imagine it's the next thing you guys will see unless Mahir Sharur moves. But things are looking on the up, money-wise, and as well for the club. I think it's great business. Sometimes you got to know when to check out, and I think this is one of their moments. Mahir Sharur is leaving £8 million. He's off to Fulham. I think that's a very good bit of business for ourselves. £1 million brought in 2 years ago. Very good in that CDM spot over 50 games to the club. But I think sometimes you have to know when a player might have reached his level, and I think that may have been there for Mahir Sharur. I think he's going to get better, but we can use that money to better things, and we can go out and find younger, more promising players. Also, Yusuf Poulsen's off as well, which is great because that is so much money cleared up in just 2 players. We are favourites for this game against Brentford. I'm just going to keep you with me now. We might as well just go through into this game, just showing you money-wise. We've got £45,000 a week worth of wages and £12 million there as well. Ben Faulkner is looking to come in too, so some very, very good business coming our way. Let's just make this team then. Let's get Darren O'Hanlon on the side. Obviously missing a few players now. There's a few gaps in the squad, but nothing I'm too worried about. We've got a full-strength squad. Roberto Mario played in the last game and he kept a clean sheet, so he's going to keep that run going. He's going to play today at home against Brentford. A very, very difficult game today. Brentford a good side. They've got Thomas Frank in charge. Their team is Matt Cox in goal, Gertruda, Chris Richards, Beck Sorensen, Aaron Hickey as the back four, Yanel Yarmolyuk, Fujimoto, Brian Mbuemo, Odson Edward and Mikkel Damsgaard. Now, I'm not saying I expect to win this game, but if we are looking as strong as we are in the Championship, we are on some ridiculous morale, some ridiculous form. We're just playing unbelievable football. I would like to think we could come to Brentford. Well, they're coming to us, but come and play against a team like Brentford and win. If we're looking next season to be a mid-table Premier League side, we have to be able to play well against Brentford, who are obviously 12th in the Premier League as we sit here recording this. They're a very good side, but I think we're better. I think we can definitely give them a good game today and show that we are ready to be in the Premier League and we're ready to be challenging for mid-table / going for the outer European spots of Europe straight away. I think we're good enough. I think with a good window in the summer as well, we could be unbelievable. Zakai being a little bit risky there at the back and getting it clear. Goal line technology for something that should have gone off for a corner. So good old FM, pointless highlight. But half hour in, I suppose they have to show something because it's been a bit boring so far. 5 shots for us, just the one for them. We are ahead on possession, just about anyway. But not a lot going on today. It is half time already here at the racecourse. Brentford haven't really tested us and we haven't really tested them. So I'm going to say I want to see more shots. I want to see more progression. I want to see us going for Brentford. And we're going to go attacking in this game. I'm going to encourage the boys as well. It's only the 55th minute, but I'm going to make sure we are leaving everything on the table. We don't want to come away from here today thinking we could have beaten a Premier League side, but we didn't go for it enough. But Brentford on the ball now, knocking it about nicely. Aaron Hickey down this left-hand side. Fujimoto finding Odson Edward. Can he get a ball in the box? He goes back to Hickey, who's got a bit of space there, and it's a shot and a deflection off Zach Awe. A very lucky goal and a very annoying goal. And I feel like I haven't got the things on the bench because I got rid of so many wingers and so many forwards. We're a bit light. I know I'm saying that, but we've just sold 3 players and there's not really the stuff to bring off the bench. I think what I am going to do is go to a 4-2-3-1. The FA Cup might not be as fruitful as the Carabao Cup was for us. Let's get on Luis Zamorano in this cam spot and get Dino Marcello on as well for Anderson and see if that can change anything. We haven't got anyone else on the bench in an attacking sense. We have just got no forwards left. Everyone's injured or gone. So we should have probably brought in a Tristan Jones man. But it's, it's not the end of the world. If we can just fire through the season, I'm not going to be too angry with that either. I'm going to try and make it sound like I didn't want to win this game, because why would you want to win in the FA Cup? Why would you want to go through to the 4th round? Why would you want to play really, really well against a Premier League side when he should be getting promoted next year? How about a Reece Williams header? That would always be fun. Jose Araya with the corner. Reece Williams is lurking at the front post. It's not a great corner, to be honest, but it does end its way back out to the Chilean. Jose Araya, yeah, he's very good. It is 1-1, and I always wanted to win this game, and we're going to win this game. It's 1-1. I don't think it goes into a replay. Does it go into a replay? We might have a replay away at Brentford, or maybe something else. About a minute to go. I believe it's a replay. Let's just double check. Yeah, it's a replay. So we're going to go away to Brentford. So there is definitely going to be 2. Oh God, my eyes. 2 games in today's episode. Potentially a 3rd. I don't think the 4th round is in January. Think about real life. I'm pretty sure United play Reading just after January. So we'll see. That Brentford game is the 19th of Jan, so not too long to go. But let's go spend some of this wonderful, wonderful money. A signing that I knew would be very, very good. Ben Faulkner is in. He's 2-star currently, 5-star of potential ability. That determination is fantastic. He's got decent finishing and composure as well. He's 6 foot, 20 years of age. I think he looks really, really good, and I'm happy that he is in. The Wrexham versus Brentford game is going to be televised, which is nice. Jack Lewis has come back from his loan at Rochdale, and he looks very good. He's progressed very nicely. He's just 18 years of age. He's got 6 months left on his deal. So Rangers are trying to poach him. I've offered him a really good contract to see if he can come and then send him back out on loan again. So hopefully Jack Lewis can be staying around. In terms of other transfers, I've got a new left winger that I really, really like. I'll show you the Marco Feldman. You know what? Marco Feldman, 3.9 million to Crystal Palace. A very good offer from them. I've accepted it. See if he goes. If not, he might go out on loan. And the in, Jacobo Farre. Now this guy I think looks really, really good. He's wanted by Arsenal, City, United, Spurs and Pisa. He's got 6 months left on his deal. No, he hasn't. I thought he had. He hasn't got 6 months left on his deal, but he's a left winger with 5-star potential. He looks ridiculous. He's wanted by some top clubs. You compare him to Abdul Salam, very, very similar. And if we have both of these guys as our left wingers, that is very fun. We could be able to cause some absolute damage. 5.75 million is his release clause, and that's what we had to pay for him. But I think he looks brilliant. He's from Racing Santander as well, who are known for producing some very, very good young players. It's probably worth going through and looking at all these guys. I mean, this guy's got a nearly £10 million value already. So I think we're going to have a little scout of Racing Santander while we're here, because why on earth not? If you guys don't know how to do this, if you go to Team Reports, get Team Report, and then Rail Santander, and then just go to someone you trust. I know he's probably our best one, and we'll do that for the under-19s as well. If you do it for 2 different players, you get it on one day. So in 24 hours, we'll know pretty much everything about the team at Racing Santander. But yeah, a very successful couple of days. Ben Faulkner is in, back out on loan, of course. We've got the 4th round of the FA Cup draw. You might as well stay for this as well. We'll go through it nice and quickly and see if we can get a draw for ourselves come through. I'm pretty sure we didn't draw Liverpool straight away, did we? Where are we? Who are we with? Who are we playing against? Brentford and Wrexham. We are still in there. Blackburn, Watford, Reading, Bournemouth, Wrexham, Brentford. So Bournemouth away. A very favourable draw again. And we could see ourselves into the 5th round. I mean, Bournemouth are in the Premier League, bottom of the Premier League. I fancy our chances against them 1,000,000%. So let's hope we can beat Brentford in the 2nd round. Let's play this game against Burnley. Again, I'll show you guys the goals and then we'll see any more transfers. £4 million for Marco Feldman as well. A guy that come in literally 6 months ago with a free contract. He's off. Palace have paid £3.9 million to the 18-year-old. So some very, very good business for us yet again. Well, the shortcomings of selling lots of players has done us a bit of a bummer there. We lost 1-0 to Burnley, but we've had players that for some reason I didn't get an option to stop the international break, etc. But Zamorano, Jose Araya and Roberto Berrio were all out on international duty. Sam Curtis and Pinto were injured, so Tristan Jones-Man started up front. Had an absolute shocker, but there was nothing I could do to change anything. I mean, everyone was gone. So it was Angus Gunn in goal, Hull, Williams, Awe, O'Malley, Jones, Bellingham, Anderson, Hanlon, Abdul Salam and Jones-Man. So only a couple of players in there that wouldn't normally play, but we couldn't change anything once the game started. So it was a 1-0 loss there at home to Burnley. Not the greatest of results, but we're still 13 points clear of Leeds and 18 points clear of Palace. So it's not the end of the world whatsoever, but it probably shows me we do need to dip into the market to replace sort of Tristan Jones-Man being the backup striker. I've got a few days and then the Brentford game, so again I'll keep going and bring you guys back for that one. I'm heartbroken. Jacobo Ferre has chosen Liverpool over Wrexham. Now that is an absolute disgrace from Jacobo. I'm going to have to try and loan him or something because I really want to use this guy. But I imagine he's going to be on quite some money. But you know what? We've got the better man. We've got Abdul Salam. In terms of other transfers in the last couple of days, we've got Colin Gotts, hopefully coming in on loan from RB Leipzig. I've sort of gone with the attitude of why not just get players in on loan, see if they can do anything for us for the next 6 months. Well, we're going to win the league anyway. And then in the summer, if they're good enough, we can sign them. Like this guy is a £1.6 million transfer fee at the end of it, so I'm happy to get him in if that. This guy is just ridiculously cheap and looks really good. Mehmet Ali Gundogan as an advanced forward is a very, very quick man. He wants about 3.5k a week. And it's almost a no-brainer bringing this guy in. He's a bit injury prone, he's a little bit inconsistent, but I think for the money, it's worth the gamble. Now, one thing that I'm not liking the look of is this international break is not going to end until we play against Burton. So we're without half our team for the FA Cup 3rd round replay. Right, 4 players on the bench, away to a Premier League side. We are a bit light. Tristan Jones-Man, number 99, starts up front as well. The Brentford side is Cox, Hickey, Richards, Embe Sorensen, Ryan Sessegnon, Gertrudia, Yarmoliuk, Yanel, and Buermo, Damsgaard, and Ivan Toney gets the start this time. I reckon he has a few quid on Brentford winning this game, especially the fact that we can't even name a full bench. Now, if I'd have known that there'd have been this international break and paid a bit more attention, I think we'd have maybe got some players in a little bit earlier. But this could be not a very fun game. And 2 minutes in, we're going to go to VAR. Our first experience of VAR, I think, on this whole series. About 50 episodes in, and VAR has ruined our day straight away. The first time it can. 3.5 minutes in, Ivan Toney's going to put Brentford even 1-0 up with a penalty, isn't he? Let's just see it. Thank you, Ivan. Go ahead and bag that one and ruin our FA Cup dream. Now, we've been absolutely shafted by international breaks here, and I cannot believe I didn't notice it. But to be honest, it wouldn't have made much difference because I wouldn't have signed players for an international break anyway. But why have we got so many good young players that are going out on an international break? Because that's what's hurting us. Too good of a team. And people not changing fixtures for it as well. I mean, what's going on with that? Elliot Anderson's playing at left wing today. And Dino Machella is playing in the middle. Hopefully it gives us a chance of bringing Emmanuel Abdul-Salam off the bench for a little bit of help maybe. He is just one tick down on the fitness. So can do a job if we need him to. I'm sort of hoping today we can just keep them at bay a little bit and take them to penalties. Getting a goal here with Reece Williams' head would be great. Or Tristan Jones-Man, who's 7'7", but he doesn't. And Ivan Toney's going to bring it clearward, and Zach Howay's going to run all the way with him and not put a challenge in. And Toney's going to go the way, find Yomaliuk, and it's 2-0. I'm going to bring you guys just back at the end of this video, end of this game even. There's no point in you showing us get back to Brentford. I don't think we're going to be able to do anything. We've not got the players because everyone's in international duty and we weren't told about it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna end it here. We're gonna watch us lose together, and you can watch it crumble in front of your own eyes as well. It's not fun though, is it? It's not fun. Owen O'Malley on the right hand side. Devine's doing a Machella. Gets it back to O'Malley. A ball in the box. O'Hanlon. That's why, because there's a bit of hope. The two Irish men, Owen O'Malley and Darren O'Hanlon, put in a bit of link up together there, and our first shot on target is a goal. Not great from the Brentford goalkeeper that, but I don't care. We can still get some from this, and if we do, it will be an absolute miracle. Quite frankly, I don't think we're going to get anything out of it. Damsgaard with a free kick, back post. Alway does head clear, but for some reason, straight back into the box. And Zach Alway is scaring me a lot recently. Tristan Jones-Man's having an absolute stinker up top as well. I'm going to say we've not been good enough, and I'm going to try something that I've not tried yet. Abdul-Salam down the middle. As I press him forward, go and do the job of Jose Araya without being Jose Araya. Go and be your own man, Emmanuel. Go out there and show me your adoption up top as well. 50 minutes in, we've got not many more subs we can make, really. It's almost defensive from here. So let's hope the players on the pitch can go out there and do a job for us. It's Tom Jones, India. Ball over the top. Jose Araya got on the end of that, and it would be 2-2. And I'd probably have won the league. Just saying. The international break has shafted us. And Buemo back to Chris Richards, to Yarmoliuk. Go on, press him high up, doing it, Dino. Nice one, Dino. Get a ball in the box. Find double. Oh, Aaron Hickey with a challenge there. That's from behind. The ref's going to give a red, I think. Is it, or is it a penalty? I don't think it's a penalty. It's outside the box. The fact this is being checked. I thought it was going to be a red card. No penalty. Yeah, obviously no penalty. A yellow card for Aaron Hickey. I was like 3 yards outside the box. It's not, actually. It's quite close than I thought it was. It looked way out further out. Elliot Anderson, can you do anything from the free kick? Not really. Can we get that one? No. Hall is shocking. What an awful player he is, honestly. But we're in this one. You know, I think Hickey shouldn't be on the pitch. I feel like the ref bottled a red card there. And now he's going to do us down this right-hand side. Dino is looking for a bit of revenge on him. Ends up stopping him and coming inside. It's Ivan Toney. He wins the header. He is certainly onside. There's no doubt in my mind. Ivan Toney just timed that run to perfection. And it's going to be 3-1. And we're not even going to get to see the ref checkers here, because it was obviously 3-1, wasn't it? That was always onside. And this is it. We've lost. We're out. All because of the international break. We'd do these. I tell you now, we would do a good job against these, but we've been absolutely done by poor scheduling from the FA. That is what my complaint is. The FA is my complaint today. Nothing to do with this Wrexham side. It's the FA and the dodgy international money laundering FIFA scandals. That's not too outrageous. Darren O'Hanlon loves a back post header, however, and it's 3-2. Again, O'Malley to O'Hanlon, the two Irish lads, linking up nicely. Maybe we'll just go to a 4-2-3-1 for the last 10 minutes. You know what? No, we're not. We're going to go to a 4-2-4. And Damjanovic is going to go up front as a target forward. You're starting to see me the wild side here. You're seeing the oh my god. You're seeing the FM non-YouTube side of me that gets annoyed and chucks centre-back up front. They basically call me Eric Ten Hag or Harry Maguire, really. Demand a bit more last couple of minutes of the game. I don't think we're going to get anything out of this. And the fact Angus Gunn has got a 5.9, which is exactly why Robert Berrio is the goalkeeper these days. 4-2, that's game over. Pedro Chiravella scored from a Ladislav Krejci assist, and he's a very good player. I've seen him in real life. I went to go watch Sparta Prague. Very good player in real life. I like him a lot. I think it was 5-0 when he scored a brace from CDM. So, yeah, big fan of Ladislav. It actually reminds me, let's go have a look at his friend Adam Karabek. Completely forget all about the FA Cup. I don't know what it is anyway. It's all about the Papa Johns. Yeah. So, yeah, let's go forward. Go for more transfers. I'm not happy with how this has gone. And Mehmet Ali Gundogan is in and looks actually better than I thought he might do. He looks really, really good. Obviously a very quick player, great finishing, decent composure, but it's more of that ridiculous pace, balance, agility, pace. All of it is pace. He might get injured a lot. He might be inconsistent. His value is not ridiculous. 1.9 million, I think it's worth a bargain. And he's simply going to help us for this 6 months. If he's really good, we'll keep him. If he's not in the summer, we'll be able to sell him because we'll be a Premier League side for some decent money. Two pieces of business to catch you guys up on before you see the highlights of the game against Stoke this evening. Colin Gotts is in, a left winger, 2-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, left winger / striker actually, you can play up there as well. But he's going to be a backup left winger for us. Our Dylan Stevenson replacement. I think is a good bit of business. 1.5 million if we want to sign him permanently. With that sort of potential, we probably will. There's nothing there about he's consistent. He's not inconsistent. There's no injury worries. He looks very good and could potentially be someone as a nice little cheap option to come in as well. And we've made a sale as well. Jack Lewis is left. He's on his way to Brighton. I believe Jack is someone we brought in. Is he not someone we brought? I thought we brought Jack Lewis. Now I don't know why it does this all the time. I click the wrong things all of the time with this game. But Jack Lewis, is he a Wrexham youth player? He's someone we got through our own academy. I didn't even realise that. But £4.8 million. Now this guy, don't get me wrong, he's decent, but he's just very good mentally and very good physically. His actual football stats aren't great. He can pass the ball, but other than that, he's just not there. £4.8 million, a 50% sell-on clause as well. So I think we've done a good sale there. Again, like I said, about checking out at the right times. I think we've checked out at the right time there. I mean, this guy looks great as a left winger, but we don't need a left wing anymore. I'm going to go forward, play this game against Stoke, show you guys the highlights of that. And I'm pretty sure after that, we've got Charlton as well. Of course, a bumper episode today. That's probably going to be 2 highlights in one, Stoke and Charlton, because there's no other business ongoing currently. So I'll see you guys on transfer deadline day. Well, I'm coming to you with 3 unbelievable signings here on deadline day. It's the end of deadline day. It's the 1st of February. And wow, I've made 3 signings that I did not think were going to be possible. We're going to get into them now. Number 1, the first signing is a young Portuguese midfielder, Celso Ferreira, signed for 4.7 million after instalments, etc. This guy looks brilliant. Centre mid or centre attacking mid with that passing technique, first touch. He's aggressive. He's a bit of that dogged again that we like to see. 18 natural fitness, 16 balance. He's only 18 years of age. He's gone out on loan to Motherwell in Scotland, where I think he's going to do very, very well. We signed him from Famalicão from Portugal. Very good youth system, and he is the first one out of there. The second signing, there's a big story behind this one, and I can show you just from here. It's Carney Chukwuemeka. Now, yeah, what, why, who, when? This guy, right, I spoke to ages ago, couldn't get him in. I just spoke to him on the 30th of January, and he was like, oh yeah, 1.2 million, easy sign-in. I was buzzing with it, 1.2 million, went to talk to him. £75,000 a week this man wanted. Now, I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, that's out the window. I'm not too fussed. He looks brilliant, obviously. I mean, just look at him. What a talent. And then 31st of January, Chelsea released him, cancelled his contract. What? Talk to him again. £14,000 a week. Carney Chukwuemeka is in. It's a wild sign. I can just show as well. We haven't got the editor enabled. I can't edit anything. I've not cheated. We've just had an absolute stroke of luck. He has got a release clause of 13.75 million, which his transfer value is obviously at already. He might smash it for us for 6 months and leave. I wouldn't be surprised. But this guy looks fantastic. And he's not even my favourite signing. My favourite signing is slightly biased. It's slightly based on real life. But this guy, for me, is one of the best young English players in real life. I'm a United fan, and I have raved over Jimmy Garner for so long. Now, I've got no idea why his transfer value is so low. His wages are £35,000 a week. Wild. You might think, why have you done that? I signed him for £51,000. £51,000 for Jimmy Garner. Look at them stats, the deep line playmaker. He is fantastic. United should have never sold him in real life because this kid, he's in my wild football's visions. 2026 England squad, he's in the team. I'm telling you now, 2026 World Cup, this guy is our centre defensive midfielder with Declan Rice. He's that good. I've seen this guy for years. He's fantastic. I absolutely love Jimmy Garner. If I ever get to a point where I buy a Wrexham shirt and this guy's said it's Jimmy Garner. Garner's on the back. Jimmy Garner is a Wrexham player. I'm just going to compare him, because I haven't done this yet, to our DM. Who is our DM? Tom Jones. Now, right, I need to get this right. Tom Jones, I love Tom Jones. He is very good, but he's not Jimmy Garner, is he? Jimmy Garner. What a player. What a signing. £50,000. I cannot believe it. I don't know. It looks like I've cheated, because the two signings, Carney Chukwuemeka and James Garner, are just ridiculous. And they cost me nothing. 50k. It's all I paid for two ridiculous wonder kids. Now, get at me in the comments down below. Who is your best ever signing? Because I think this is mine. 50,000. 50,000. Oh my God. I can't believe it. Jimmy Garner is a Wrexham player. He is going to be the best player in the world. I'm telling you now. I'm number one of the Jimmy Garner fan club. I just am. Thank you guys for watching. This has been a very fun episode. It's probably rather long. It's the whole of January in one video. If you did enjoy it, let me know down below. So the future seasons when we do January specials, I'll carry on doing them like this. Thank you for watching as always. I will speak to you next time and have a good weekend.